We're back at the Fantasy Bar. All-Star break is behind us. We're back with 6 of my favorite plays tonight, and we got everything. We got some value plays, couple teams I'm stacking up today. One of my favorite buy lows in all of DFS. One of the biggest mismatches I have seen at the plate. A starting pitcher in a good spot, and of course, my favorite play tonight. Who we talking about? Belly up to the Fantasy Bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Monday edition Beers Daily Fantasy Six-Pack. Good to be back here once again in the Fantasy Bar. Nice extended break for the All-Star break. Hope everybody out there is doing great. Now, before we get into the plays, as always, you guys know the drill. Take a second, click that thumbs up button. That's a tip jar here in the Fantasy Bar. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And when you are done with this video, go and check out scoresandodds.com/beer. Tons of great sports betting information, analytics, premium picks, and of course, tons of ways to compare odds across all of the different sports books. That link in the description of the video. Go and check it out when you are done here. All right, let's get into the plays for Monday night. Couple weather spots to watch out for. Nothing that looks too serious. So let's dive right in. Let's start in the outfield with Austin Slater of the Giants. Now, first thing with the Giants, we know they got a ton of outfielders. Let's make sure he's in the lineup. I would expect him in there against a lefty. And the way he's been playing lately, also going to help his cause. 5 multi-hit games for him over the last 12. But against lefties, this guy's been great this season. 392 weighted OBA. Gilbert loves to throw that cutter. Now, very, very limited sample here for Austin Slater. But we're talking a WOBA over 700 and ISO over 800 against that pitch. So you mix that with Gilbert's struggles against righties. 351 WOBA and a big 244 ISO. Slater's in that lineup. He's one of the better value plays on this entire slate. All right, let's stay with the Giants here. I think they're very stackable tonight at first base and outfield with Darren Brown. Now, another very cheap bat here, under 3,500 for both of these guys on DraftKings, under 3K for both of them on FanDuel. And this guy has been locked in the power department. Again, we got to make sure he's in the lineup, but I would fully expect him to be in there against the lefties. Home runs in 4 of his last 6 games. Very solid numbers against lefties. 375 WOBA, big 270 ISO. Also very good against that cutter. And Gilbert, we mentioned the WOBA, the ISO, the power mix also there for us at 47 and 40% in fly ball and hard contact rate. The Giants, very stackable, or if you need a cheap one-off play, look to Austin Slater or Darren Ruff. All right, let's go back to the outfield with our next play, Hunter Renfroe of the Brewers. Another guy that's been red hot right now. Last 4 games, this guy has been locked in. We're talking 7 hits, 3 long balls, and 9 RBI over just that 4-game stretch. 293 ISO leads this Milwaukee team. So pushing 300 in the ISO department. A guy that's always hit left-handers well. Now, Freeland's numbers don't jump off the page as alarming, but a 188 ISO allowed. That hard contact rate certainly alarming, though, at over 43%. And this is a long-range sample going back to the start of 2021. Brewers in a good spot here. Hunter Renfroe in a great spot to go yard against Kyle Freeland. All right, let's get to that buy low I spoke about at second base, third base with Max Muncy of the Dodgers. So we know how good this guy can be. Has it been a struggle? Yes. Has it been a slow start? Absolutely. But we are getting him at his absolute cheapest price we have seen all season long on DraftKings at just 4,000. FanDuel all the way down to 2,400. So definitely a premium bat that we are getting a fantastic price on. Now, the numbers against righties definitely down this season, but you look at the batting average on balls in play, sitting at just 200. So he's certainly been unlucky. Let's take a look back to last season. 277 ISO for him, 365 the weighted OBA. So this guy been too good against righties for these numbers to be so low. So I'm expecting a bounce back. I think that could start tonight. Espino, decent numbers against lefties, but that power mix we're always talking about, when you're giving up a 46% fly ball rate mixed with a 52% hard contact rate, we can look for some home runs here from the Dodgers tonight. I think Max Muncy gets it going at these super cheap prices. All right, let's move along. Let's get you a starting pitcher. Roll with Jake Odorizzi of the Astros. Now, we know Odorizzi not a huge strikeout guy, and he's faced this Oakland team in each of his last 2 starts and been very good against them. I know that'll be a concern for some. 3rd straight start against a team. When a team is as bad as Oakland, I am not concerned with it. 12 strikeouts against this team over those last 2, including a season-high 7 in his last start in Oakland here. And 4 of the last 7 starts, this guy's gone for 22 or more DraftKings points. So you get a nice solid floor with the matchup. You also get that ceiling, went for over 30 in that meeting in Oakland. And the A's, we can run through all the stats. We have been doing it all season long. 7th highest strikeout rate against righties at almost 24%. 28th in ISO, 29th in WOBA, 26th in home runs. I could be here all day rattling off stats here. He has the benefit of this Houston offense behind him, Jake Odorizzi, especially over on DK at sub 8,000. He gave you some cheap plays, easy to fit here in a dream matchup against the Oakland A's. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. Very easy to play. All you got to do, get in the comment section of the video. Make sure if you haven't already, take a second, click that thumbs up button. All you need is fantasy points on DraftKings tonight for my highest scoring hitter. It's just a number. You don't need the name. You don't need anything. Just the closest fantasy points for my highest scoring hitter. That closest guess is going to win themselves a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. And while you are down there, I want to know who your favorite play is. Who's your beast of the night? Sound off in that comment section. All right, let's wrap this baby up. My favorite play for Monday night, you know, Mass, Beast of the Night. All right, we're going to give you the pitcher hitter stack here. We're going to stay with Houston, go to the outfield. We're going to spend up here on outfielder Yordan Alvarez, tonight's Beast of the Night. So again, we made this very easy to fit him. I know he's super expensive. Anytime a guy is north of 6,000 on DraftKings can make it tough here. And I am expecting him back in this lineup. I know we've seen him dealing with that hand injury. He has produced with this injury. So yes, it's a little bit concerning, but if he's in that lineup, I love this spot for him against the righty. Now, the numbers against righties, like it says on the screen, video game like, these numbers are crazy. ISO approaching 450, WOBA approaching 500, hard contact rate approaching 55%. I mean, these are some of the highest numbers that you are going to see across all of baseball. Now, Oler, been a limited sample here, no doubt, but that sample has been very tainted. 446 WOBA allowed, 432 the ISO, so giving up a ton of power. And you see our power mix is in play as well at 43% in both the fly ball and hard contact rate. If Yordan Alvarez is in that Astros lineup, got to be in our lineups here tonight as well. Easily my favorite play on the board and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that wraps up for Monday night, the Fantasy Bar. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, please hit me up in that comment section right below the video. Don't forget, fantasy points on DraftKings for my highest scoring hitter, along with your Beast of the Night. Who's your favorite play of the night? And if you have not already, take a second, click that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Scoresandodds.com/beer. Head over there now. Go and check it out. That link in the description of the video. Tons of great stuff, and especially heading into football season, might as well arm yourself with some fantastic information. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Best of luck on the slate tonight. We'll be right back here tomorrow. 6 more plays for Tuesday. Thank you for watching. Good luck, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist